What's up, everybody? It's the liberal loudmouth. So Donald Trump is the fascist dictator we thought he was going to be. He's going to send the military into your cities, probably just the blue cities. He's going to send them to the blue counties. He's going to send them to the blue areas, and he's going to start rounding people up. This is what he's going to do. And he's going to claim that, I'm just going after the illegals. That's all I'm doing. But see, if you don't comply with the man, with the military, they're going to take you from your home. Despite the Constitution, they're going to claim, we're in an invasion. It's an emergency. It's a national emergency. You have to comply. And if you don't, they're going to take you. They're going to throw you in a concentration camp where God only knows what will happen to you. Nobody knows. But let me show you this article here. Trump says ready to use military national emergency for mass deportations. Now, this is like some sane washing bullshit of a title, to be quite honest with you. But let's go over here and let's take a look at this video. This will explain it to you a little bit better.
To his social media platform, Truth Social, confirming that he will be preparing to declare a national emergency and plans to use military assets to reverse the Biden, quote, invasion through a mass deportation program.
Now, y'all, we're talking about millions of people. Millions. Not just, 10, 20,000. We're talking about millions of people that are here illegally. And let me explain to you the problem that the United States has always had with illegal immigrants. And that problem is actually in the Constitution itself. Let me explain. If you go to the Fourth Amendment, which I have right here, just read the fucking thing. I know Republicans, I know you don't, you treat the Constitution like it's a Bible where you just, I don't like that part, so I'm just going to fucking ignore it. The only thing that exists in the Constitution is my right to carry this big-ass gun and go... No, there's more to it than that. Let's read this, shall we? The right of the people. Notice it doesn't say citizens. Anybody ever notice that? The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Not one time does it say citizens. And therein lies the issue with our immigrants, right? The moment that you step foot on U.S. soil, if somebody didn't see you do it, they can't assume, based on your skin color and the language that you speak, they cannot assume that you're an illegal without proof, because you have constitutional rights. And if you do get rounded up, right, while you're in there or something, you can't prove your citizenship, however they figure that out through ICE. If you do, you still have to go to court. Why? Because everybody has a right to a trial. Right here. Let me show you. This is the Fifth Amendment. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Now, this is the part that they're going to argue right here. It's where it's public danger. I have to declare a national emergency. Horse shit. There's no public danger. The public danger, what they're talking about here, is like an insurrection, like what we saw on January 6th. That was public danger. The president could have declared a national emergency and sent in troops to squash that. Of course, he should have sent in the National Guard, and Donald Trump chose not to because he wanted them to overthrow the government. But if you step foot on here and nobody saw you do it, you have a right. Well, even if somebody saw you do it, you still have a right to go to court. Not only do you have a right to go to court, but you have a right to a speedy trial. And nowhere in those amendments does it say citizen, because it's every human that's on U.S. soil. These are the things that Republicans just, it's one of those Bible things. It's like, well, yeah, what about the girls that raped their dad in the cave after they got him drunk? Well, that's the Old Testament. We don't abide by the Old Testament, see? That's what they do here. It's like, yeah, but I mean, come on. Well, it's danger. We got a bunch of people here. And there are consequences for sending millions of people into concentration camps in order to process them all, because you have to. You have to process them all by law. They have to go to court. Now, you might be able to declare a national emergency and round people up, on a technicality, but you can't deport them without due process. Imagine they round up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million people. How long do you think that'll take? We had fewer than 1 million people come across, over the course of a couple of years, and they're still trying to get through them. How long do you think it'll take to get through court cases? And see, we would have had those had Donald Trump not told his Republican, lackeys, the ones he's in charge of in the House and the Senate, to kill the bill that bipartisan, members of Congress came up with to add more judges to get through the backlog quicker so that they could deport them faster. Because by law, you have to go to court. We're not suspending the Constitution, folks. You don't get to just suspend, I'm just going to suspend the Constitution because it's an inconvenient speed bump. Because if you do it once, somebody else is going to do it again, or the same person's going to do it again. And then what do you have? If you won't abide by the Constitution to use some technicality of, oh, God, they're invading. We got a bunch of brown people coming over into the country that was created when a bunch of white people went into a country that was full of a bunch of brown people. And now the white people don't want the brown people because they already committed genocide against the other brown people. And now you got the other brown people coming in. White people are afraid that they're going to become a minority, and this is them flailing about. Oh, God, it's the brown people. And I don't even know that it's rooted in racism necessarily. They're stupid. They look at this group of people as like a monolith, like they're all the same kind of person. Oh, God, you're a criminal. But then they look at Elon Musk and they're like, oh, he's a genius. Let's have him basically run the country, even though he's illegal. Elon Musk is an illegal. He is currently an illegal. Your naturalization papers get voided if you lie on them, and he lied on them. When he applied for a visa to come here, because he's not a U.S. citizen at the time, he lied. And then he lied again on his naturalization papers. Yet there he is, and everybody's like, well, he's white, so I guess he's not like that illegal. Illegal's illegal, right? I mean, we could prove that Elon Musk did that. We've got video of him admitting it. Of his brother admitting that both of them were there illegally. And we know his visa application said he was going to go to school. We know he didn't do that. We can prove it. He could go to court. But, he's not that illegal. He's not the kind of illegal that picks by tomatoes. And what are you going to do when they get all the tomatoes? You think those companies that are selling you a tomato for, $1 a pound or whatever it is these days, you think that company's going to hire a bunch of American citizens to work in the field for $20 an hour? You think they're going to do that? No. Of course they're not. So guess what's going to happen to the cost of your food? Bleep. You think inflation's bad now? Wait till you get rid of all the illegals. And this is going to sound racist, but the construction companies, they'll go out of business. The yard companies that you pay every week to come out and do your yard, you better go buy you a lawnmower. Better go buy you a lawnmower because, God, everyone that I've ever seen, they hired people that you would probably think wasn't illegal. Roofers. Damn, we won't be able to get our roofs fixed. Road workers. Roads are going to get potholed to hell, and it's going to cost us more to fix it. If you want to get rid of illegals, you go after the companies that hire them. I mean, it sounds racist maybe, but that's the truth. It's going to hurt, perhaps even completely destroy the U.S. economy, assuming he does it. But I have a feeling what he's going to do is use this as an excuse to go into the blue neighborhoods, blue states, blue counties, blue cities, and start rounding Democrats up. He's going to end up deporting a fuckload of people who are citizens, and then he's going to send them to a country they've never been to. That's what'll happen. Or he's going to go full on Hitler and just start killing people. This is what Hitler did. This is how Hitler came to power, by scapegoating other people and then rounding those people up. As soon as he got into office, he rounded them all up because they were a danger. And he also declared a national emergency because they were coming after everything. They were destroying the country. This is exactly what Hitler did. Do you think Donald Trump cares about those lives? Do you think he's really above killing every single one of them? I don't think he's above that. I don't know that he'll do it, but I don't think he's above that at all. I think, and sadly, I believe the Republican Party would cheer him on if he was putting loads of people, brown people, into ovens and burning them to ash. I think the Republican Party would celebrate this, at least probably 30% of them. Or should I say 30% of the country? I fully believe that he would and would be willing to do exactly what Hitler did. And if he starts doing that, that means that the U.S. will no longer exist, because the world at some point will turn against us and they will win. Donald Trump is an evil man. You got what you wanted, I guess, America. If you thought he was joking, he wasn't. He's going to send the military into your homes and demand that you show and prove that you are citizens. So if you want to just bend the knee and comply and not revolt against that kind of action, then you better get your Social Security card, your birth certificate, your driver's license, your voter ID, and every other identification that you have. You better get them all together and know where they are at any moment. And it might even be a good idea for you to start carrying them around with you too. While that's not the safest thing to do, because if somebody steals your wallet, then you're really screwed. But this is Donald Trump's America, folks. The Republicans wanted this. The independents were too stupid to realize that it would happen. And I don't know what the fuck happened to the rest of you. But, you know, this is what you asked for. And to the people that didn't get out and vote, fuck you. That's it for now, guys. This is the Liberal Loudmouth. We'll catch you next time. Peace.